vision. Improving life today. Inspiring progress tomorrow.
Heart disease. More than 50% of the population dies from it, and 80% will suffer from some form of atherosclerosis, or hardening of the arteries. Like many chronic illnesses associated with the aging process, atherosclerosis is caused by an accumulation of toxic metals, including ionic calcium and free radical damage.
Free radicals are any molecule that is missing an electron. So actually a free radical robs electrons from cells, tissues, and actually LDL cholesterol. When this occurs to the LDL cholesterol, it causes the LDL cholesterol to stick in the artery wall. So free radical damage, accelerated by toxic metals, lead, cadmium, mercury, and even minerals that we need, iron and copper, are an essential ingredient in the chronic degenerative disease development and actually the aging process also. So if a patient who has a chronic degenerative disease is not being tested for and treated for toxic metals in their body, then they are not receiving the maximum benefit of a therapeutic program. It is essential that the toxic metal status be appropriately identified and then treated.
Today, many patients seek alternatives to traditional therapies for heart disease and countless other conditions.
You as a patient need to know that the quality of your life does not have to continue to disappear. In spite of all the drugs, in spite of the surgeries, in spite of everything that you've done, that you've known about.
Dr. Conrad Maulfair says he found a solution. The board-certified osteopathic physician specializes in chelation infusion therapy, an innovative treatment designed to treat circulatory problems without drugs and surgery.
Most people who are aware of or have heard of chelation therapy know that there is an intravenous treatment or an intravenous infusion, and that is essential. But that is only part of the comprehensive program. But that part of the program utilizes a chelating agent which, when administered over around a 3-hour period, circulates throughout the body and attaches to toxic metals, which we have commented on already, all of which accelerate free radical damage, which is the bottom line to chronic degenerative disease development and the aging process. In addition, the proper chelating agent will also remove ionic metastatic calcium, which in the body, in soft tissues where it is not supposed to be, contributes to the stiffening of arteries and the stickiness of platelets. Sticky platelets cause over 90% of all heart attacks.
Jim Dallapaloo has experienced the benefits of chelation firsthand.
My family on both sides of my parents, my grandparents, and my parents have a history of heart problems. And that was a road I didn't want to go down, so I tried an alternative. I heard about chelation and heard about Dr. Maulfair and decided to look into it. I've been taking chelation since '93, and I've had incredible results. I've had no heart issues, which I'm in my late 40s now, and average age is 41 to 42 in my family where heart problems start to begin.
It makes our day to see somebody who originally came to us and had the complexion of yellow, and 6 months, a year later, is smiling, they're pink, their life quality has improved. It makes our day to see this, and it's happening day in and day out.
Nestled in Pennsylvania's Lehigh Valley for more than 40 years, the Maulfair Medical Center prides itself on providing personalized quality health care. Dr. Maulfair and his staff are well-versed in alternative or complementary medicine and offer therapies that help people avoid drugs and surgery. Chelation therapy, as an example, is clinically proven to lower blood pressure, improve circulation, and prevent chronic health problems associated with aging. Respected by his patients for his willingness to listen, Dr. Maulfair takes the time to ensure you understand your choices and treatments for tough health problems and the issues of aging and heart disease.
The main objectives of the Maulfair Medical Center is to restore health. We treat chronic degenerative diseases by doing searching diagnostic procedures that actually find the causes of chronic degenerative disease, and then eliminating those, we restore health so that life quality improves, not because we treated a disease symptom, but because we eliminated the cause of the disease in the first place.
Dr. Maulfair uses chelation infusion therapy to address the causes of chronic circulatory problems.
Chelation infusion therapy, properly prescribed, is a comprehensive program. And there are three basic parts to it. There is the patient-oriented part, because after all, if your life quality isn't what it should be, and it isn't what you want it to be, then there are probably things that you have done that have contributed to that. So you have to make some changes as far as diet, as far as exercise. The second part is the part that you are also involved in, and that is taking the appropriate nutrients. The third part of the program is the intravenous infusion, or the chelation treatment, which lasts around 3 hours when properly prescribed.
Learn how you can exercise more control over your healthcare choices. Contact the Maulfair Medical Center for more information and expect better health naturally.
We have had patients who, on one extreme, have been told because of the diabetes and gangrene on their feet that they're going to have an amputation. 6 months later, a year later, still have their feet and have an increased quality of life. To the opposite extreme, where somebody comes to us because of what we do, because they want to prevent the sequelae of chronic degenerative diseases and utilize a chelation therapy program preventively.
I was having problems, chest pains, shortness of breath, burning sensations, and I went to my doctor, and I was admitted into the hospital for observation over the weekend. 2 days later, I was in my bed, and I was watching the doctors make their rounds who had just got through running a checkup on me. And I was watching, I saw the little bouncing ball stop. And it was quite a shock when I woke up, surrounded with people, and I had told I'd be all right. I just had a heart attack. My health was deteriorating all the time. I got to the point where walking was a problem. Quality of life was, it was very, very poor. I heard from a friend of mine about Dr. Maulfair and the successes that he's had with chelation, and I got into that program. I came down and checked out with the thing to see what it was. And since that time, I have had a very good life, quality of life, and it's been well worth it for the last 20-some years.
About 2.5 years ago, I was diagnosed with some heart problems. Like the cardiologist said, surgery. I said, no, thank you. Seek a second opinion. Talked to family. They steered me towards Dr. Maulfair. I came to a chelation seminar and decided I would go with that. And 2.5 years ago, like I say, here I am, feeling well. They can't find anything wrong with me anymore. There's no blockages that they can pick up on stress tests. 2.5
years ago, I fell and I scraped the shins on both of my legs. I was diagnosed with very poor circulation, with blockages in the arteries in both of my legs, and that I needed to have bypass surgery. And then I was told about Dr. Maulfair and chelation therapy, and I saw Dr. Maulfair and attended one of his seminars. And then I knew that I had an alternative, and I canceled the surgery and had started with chelation therapy. The chelation, I was told that if without the chelation, the wounds would not have healed. It did what it was supposed to do. I mean, it healed my wounds and helped my circulation.
Through chelation therapy, Dr. Maulfair and his team will continue to impact the lives of their patients.
The Maulfair Medical Center is dedicated to continuing the quality of health care and restoration of life quality that we've been doing for many years. And this includes educating employers, educating insurance companies, educating the public, to let the public know, let employers know, let insurance companies know that there is an alternative choice. There are alternatives, life quality can improve, and it is cost effective.